Hello everyone, welcome to August. We are in the middle of a heat wave here in the UK, so it is gaspingly hot, so I do apologise if I'm fanning myself the entire time. So you may have seen, but July was my birthday month, and one thing I really like about birthdays as an adult is that you can make them last however long you want them to. Because of course a lot of the time, now that you're all grown up, everyone is busy with jobs, families, your own family is really busy, you may have moved away from them, like in my case. So you really get to choose who you spend your time with and what you want to do depending on who's free. And another reason why I like to make my birthday last just a little bit longer is, well, it's a bit of a sad one, but it's something that I can finally talk about kind of casually and that I want to kind of open up about. It's because 4.5 years ago, I lost my childhood best friend to suicide. And that really put things into perspective for me. And I'd actually made my own attempt maybe a year or so prior to that. So, like I said, it really hit close to home. And though me and my friend hadn't really spoken properly for a long time, it was those core childhood memories that I shared with her that really, really made an impact on me. I guess it kind of felt like when, as dramatic as this sounds, but I guess to put it into context. If you're watching an anime or something, stay with me here. You're watching an anime and you know there's that trope where they've lost their childhood best friend and it's about the symbolism of their youth, their innocence, a time that was simpler compared to where they are now. Anyway, not to dwell on sad things today. All that to say, my friend's death really made me appreciate life. I want to celebrate the gift of life and my appreciation for life by making sure I celebrate enough for the both of us, for two. So now you know some of my mental scars. Anyway, I wanted to show you some of the wonderful presents I received from friends and family this year. Oh my god, I can't stop sweating! Especially because they really support and endorse my blue dominant lifestyle, which I found there is a proper technical term for, by the way. Caeruleaphile. File doesn't automatically mean it's a fetish thing, by the way. It's a science thing. It means an affinity for, I guess. Anyway, caeruleaphile, that's what I am. But you know what term I prefer? Rather than separating by color, I mean, I suppose that is useful, absolutely, as a name for a collective, for the people who just like wear one or two colors. Monochromaniacs. That would be a dope name. So that's what I think we should be called. Anyway, on to the gifts. Let me show you the little cool things I got. Okay, well, you may have seen this one on TikTok already, and this is not little. This is the biggest thing that I got from my brother. You may have seen, I don't know if I've really shared my Ochiken obsession online yet, but if you Google it, it's about dogs that are based on types of tea, so their ears are tea leaves, and it's just like a little, like a very short episode child's cartoon, you know, that you'd like watch between proper shows. But as a franchise, it became really popular in Japan. I discovered it recently, and Ryoko is my favorite character, and he's just kind of become always present in my room. So I really, really appreciate this. And as well as this plushie, it actually came in a bundle with a couple of lunch boxes. How cute are these? Also based off of my favorite dog. This is like an onigiri compartment shaped for that, and then a little tub underneath, and then this is just a whole tub. So it makes a pretty good lunchbox altogether. And it also, and I'm so glad these didn't break in transit. Ooh, it came with these framed puzzles. So cute. I love this one. Everyone together. Well, not quite everyone. I think his name's Mocha or Cafe, the coffee dog. There is a coffee dog with, hear me out, he has coffee beans, obviously, instead of tea leaves. But there is an episode where they talk about how he is special and he's a bit different because of his hair. And in my opinion, Mocha is supposed to be black coded. It's supposed to be in support of afro or curly, coily hair. They're so cute all together, but maybe that's also a reason Mocha was excluded from some merch. Mocha's not in this one either. Oh god. Some other really thoughtful gifts that I got were some witchy things. So palm reading cards, which will be really interesting because I've never actually done any palmistry. I've only ever done tarot and like rune reading. Speaking of runes, these are gemstone runes. And also, to stick with the caeruleaphile theme, I'm pretty sure everyone at some point in their life had one of these. I remember having one of these for my birthstone when I was a baby, like a little toddler. But it's like a little glass angel, which is so cute. Ooh, I'll try and hang it in the window actually, see if it'll catch the light. And then I also got this really beautiful koi print by Victoria Burbage. Victoria Burbage, thank you Victoria Burbage for creating this really pretty art, very Frutiger themed, you see, that's why they got it for me. And then also, so I started watching, my friends say that I have old man hobbies. It's because my favorite genre of television to watch is cozy crime dramas. You know, things like Midsummer Murders, Father Brown, where there's a murder and then at the end of the day they always catch their guy and it's all a happy ending every time. I don't know, I just like trying to work out the mystery. It's like a puzzle, you know? So anyway, there is a Japanese drama which is essentially the same, called Don't Call It Mystery, with a character called Totono Kuno. Oh my god, excuse my sweaty face. And the character has super curly hair, like mine, which is what drew me to the series in the first place. And I started watching it because it's my favorite genre, and I just fell in love. It was a really lovely series, really interesting as well. Um, and because there was a degree of a culture difference, um, I it was less predictable in terms of a storyline and who the killer might be, which I really enjoyed. So I've definitely let this get me into exploring media from different cultures, different countries, in different languages. If we can just get past the language barrier, there's so much information out there. It's incredible how much we can learn. Anyway, so these are just two little PVC folders, pouches. These are two little PVC pouches, and they're really cute and so useful. I love pouches because I always have stuff that needs storing. Then I also got some really cute plushies from my friends. Butterfly Squishmallow and Tatty Teddy and Friends. Anyone remember that franchise from their childhood? I feel like everyone's auntie, mine especially, mine included, was obsessed with Tatty Teddy. Was such a thing. This is the Blue Nose Gang, so this is a narwhal. Super duper cute. And blue, super blue. You guys can all sit together. There we go. In line with the sea creature animal theme, robot fish. They come in this box, which is a really interesting way to display them, to say the least. The packaging itself is pretty cool, you know, like a space pod, but just like why would you stand it like this? Put them in water, so the sensors on either side are activated, and it swims, and it can turn in different directions, and just is generally super cute, a really fun little toy. I love toys. I got a Cinnamoroll Small Paradise blind box as well, and I got the little swing, and he swings. Super cute. Love Cinnamoroll. Obviously, he's my favorite. And sticking with the Cinnamoroll theme, I got this little purse, or just a pouch. I'll probably just use it as a pouch. There's a cute little heart-shaped zipper, but that's lovely. And hang you don lanyard. Try saying that 3 times fast. Hang it on lanyard, hang it on lanyard, hang it on lanyard. And this shade of blue is going to go with so many of my outfits. I've taken to really enjoying wearing lanyards recently, as like a more practical version of a necklace. You know, you can hang a couple of things depending on what you need. At the moment, I really like hanging my Tamagotchi on my Hello Kitty lanyard, and it means I'm not forgetting where I put it all the time, although I don't have it on right now. Then also, This shirt I'm wearing I got for my birthday. So it says Toronto Blue Jays. I supported the Toronto Blue Jays ever since I was about, I guess maybe 10 or 11. My dad is Canadian, and whilst we're not from the actual like Toronto area specifically itself, um, that's the team that we choose to support and that we watched growing up as kids on the baseball channel. At Dad's house only, he's the only one who had Sky, special TV. So I really appreciate this. This is super cute. And then I wanted to show a couple of gifts that I got from my lovely mum. Hello, this is me the next day realizing that I forgot to mention a huge, important piece of the gifts that my mum gave to me. This wonderful new standing mirror is something I've been looking for ages, and my mum finally found one for me. But not only that, it also opens for extra accessories storage. I'm still not sure what I'm going to put in here yet, whether I will move my accessories in here or whether I'll put some of my collectibles in here as a display. But yes, just thought I'd quickly jump in and mention this beautiful thing. Back to the video. I am a mama's boy through and through, and honestly, I think the world needs more mama's boys. Not mama's boys in terms of, like, feed me, clean for me. I don't know how to do anything because I am a baby, even though I am, like, 33 years old. I mean, like, mama's boys, as in, I was raised by a strong woman, and I know that. You know, fully appreciative, more appreciative rather than exploitative of their mothers. You know what I mean? Anyway, she was really excited to gift me this beautiful box that's going to be really useful. She's always thinking about storage with me because I have so much stuff. And then if you open up the box, it's a blue themed cute snack haul. This is like a wafer biscuit, teriyaki style, in the shape of a fish. Pokemon Furikake because I was looking for some Furikake and I couldn't find any, even in the Asian stores. Blue drinks, blue Mogu Mogu, if you know, you know. Honestly, coconut jelly, the shit. We got some Sanrio gummies and taro desserts because taro is one of my favorite flavors. It almost tastes like rice pudding to me when it's overloaded with sugar. It's just such a cute idea and really well presented as well. And it made her so happy just to see me receiving it. So I wanted to share with others. And lastly, this lamp. Well, you can see the pattern, right? You see the vibes. You see what we're going for here. It's an ocean lamp, and I think it's really cool when it's properly dark, like at night time. It looks amazing, especially because I've spread a little more tulle on the ceiling as well. So when this reflects on the ceiling, it truly looks like I am under the water and just like chilling in a little underwater den. So there we have it. This isn't everything I received for my birthday, but I don't feel like I have to show absolutely everything off or anything like that. I just wanted to share some appreciation and some gratefulness. And yeah, thank you for listening to me yap today. Have a great day, everyone. See you later.